What's up, Transformdom? This is Ben here, and today we're going to take a look at the New Age legendary villains. Number 33 and 34, Berith and Paimon. These are New Age's Legends scaled interpretation of Hook and Longhaul. And here's the look of the box from the front, one side, other side, top, bottom, and back. So here we have Berith and Paimon side by side. Let's take a look at the accessories. First, for the accessories for Paimon, this is the little gun that comes with Berith, and it has a little bit of a decent detail, unpainted in a matte dark gray like finish. Berith can hold the gun pretty nicely. Berith also comes with this very classic horn with the standard peg for New Age that you can use to recreate the coronation scene from the 1986 the movie. The toy itself for Berith is of the very standard type of quality that you have come to expect for the Constructicons set from New Age. The face is painted very nicely with a metallic red visor and the very nice silver gunmetal like face finish. The neon green pops just like the rest of the Constructicon set and really complements well with this matte purple plastic with a bit of a shiny finish. The plastic is nice and sturdy, just like a typical ABS plastic for the Constructicon set, although I would have to say that the formulation for the ABS plastic is a little different when compared to, let's say, Herbie. But nonetheless, it looks pretty decent with a little bit of hollowness back there, but the rest of the bot looks quite good. There is a tendency that when you play this a bit rougher than usual, that the transformation peg for the combiner mode will come off like that. It's just a little irritating at times, but you can always turn it back and clip it. It doesn't really clip on, but it just kind of fastens in there by friction. So here is Berith from the front, side, other side, back, bottom, and top.
Initiating Viscan technology.
Using my Viscan tech, here are the painted ab bits, the helmet face and visors, the four wheels on the biceps, the grey chest piece here, the little headlights on the vehicle parts, and the painted windshields on the foot.
Compiling Toon Screen technology.
Using my Toon Screen tech, here are the Toon accurate bits, helmet and visor, maybe the face, the shoulders, the little faux arm painted ab bits here, and the grey sections on the chest. For the non-tuned bits, you got a design on the forearms, upper chest bits, the waist and hips, design of the legs and feet. Now let's take a look at Paimon. First of all, let's look at his gun. The gun again is molded with a little bit of details to mimic what we saw in Toon, as well as the reference model, unpainted, and it looks quite good and distinguishable from the other guns. Paimon can hold the gun in a typical New Age fashion, and it holds it very well. There's also the standard trumpet that we're used to, which pegs in quite nicely to recreate the coronation scene from the 1986 the movie. As for Paimon the toy itself, it's really cool that you have a character, I think, that has dark forearms and arms and hands, and is quite unique, I think, to the Constructicon set. This toy, you don't really have a lot of purple to kind of complement the neon green that we've come to love and expect, but I've gotta say that face again is painted very nicely, and the details and finish is pretty darn good for such a small figure with very minimal overrun, so I'm impressed with that. The painted details on the chest does break up the look, the very bland green look, and we've got the classic painted abs on the kneecaps that really adds a bit of detail. And I'm very surprised that we have a little bit of a die cast here on the shins. The butt itself looks pretty neat and clean. There's not a lot of gappage except for down here and on the inner shins. It's built reasonably well with good articulation and a bit of a weird joint here that doesn't really peg into very well. So it's just a bit of a friction joint. So here's Paimon from the front, side, other side, back, bottom, and top. Let's do some comps. Here are Berith and Paimon with NewAge's Bumblebee, Jazz, Ironhide, Soundwave, Megatron, Scrapper, Mixmaster, Bone Crusher, Scavenger, and Magic Squares, Scrapper and Mixmaster.
Initiating Viscan technology.
Using my Viscan tech, here are the painted app bits, the helmet, the visor, the windshield, the front grille section, the headlights, the red and purple painted apps on the knees, as well as the green on the shins.
Compiling Toon Screen technology.
Using my Toon Screen tech, here are the Toon accurate bits, the red visor, the mouth guard, the shoulder pieces on the left and right, the flat front headlight section here, and the details on the crotch in the center. And for the non-Toon bits, the extra details on the helmet, the placement of the wheels, the design of the arms, and front grille section, the extra details here on the abs, the size of the paint abs here, and the overall look of the legs and feet. So here are Berith and Paimon in the alt modes, and let's take a closer look at each individually. So this is Berith up close, and is exactly what you expect in terms of quality, very much in line with all the other NewAge Constructicons. Bright neon green with its magnificent purple accent. The rims on this is very nicely detailed, and we've got a lot of details here on the side of the truck, and about the same on the other side as well. In terms of articulation, the wheel rolls and can roll decently on a flat surface, and the base of the crane can do a 360. The crane also goes up and down, and the crane also extends. The hook is really tight, so that is nice. It is not loose, so you can have some good craning action going on. The one thing that I have to comment about this toy is that the alt mode looks very simplistic, and I think that's the feeling I'm getting with all the other NewAge alt modes. It does look like a very cheap toy, not so much like the cartoon. I mean, the designs are too toyish. So anyway, here's Berith from the front, side, other side, back, bottom, and top.
Initiating Viscan technology.
Using my Viscan tech, here are the painted app bits, the headlights, windows at the front, rims, the purple strip on the crane, and the windows on the back.
Compiling Toon Screen technology.
Using my Toon Screen tech, here are the Toon accurate bits, the front windshield and right headlight, the 3 circular dots on the tip of the crane, the purple painted bit on the crane, and this triangular detail and windshield on the back. And for the non-Toon accurate bits, front section including the left headlight, the details on the wheels, the mid section, the base of the crane, and the wheel arc at the back. So let's take a closer look at Paimon now, and it's a really funky looking big dump truck. Again, as expected in terms of quality, plastic, and finishing. It's just what we expect. The rims again is very detailed, and the tires and wheels are huge. On the side there's not a lot of detailing, not I would expect on a dump truck because it's just all this carriage things out of the way. And it's pretty cool that the truck has this dumping motion, but when you kind of dump it, it just looks so exposed, and there's no hydraulics here, kind of mimic a real dump truck. And this roof section here just kind of comes off, I guess, and it's just really bare under here. But other than that, the wheels rolls a lot better than Berith, and that's about it for articulation. So here's Paimon from the front, side, other side, back, bottom, and top. Let's do some comps. Here are Berith and Paimon with NewAge Outback, Blue Streak, Ratchet, Thundercracker, and all the other Constructicons.
Initiating Viscan technology.
Using my Viscan tech, here are the painted app bits, the front grille, headlights, rims, windows, and at the back here.
Compiling tune screen technology.
Using my tune screen tech, here are the tune accurate bits, the front windshield, the grey exhaust piece, the details on the roof up here, and the details on the sides here. And for the non-tuned bits, the front of the cab, shape of the hood, details on the wheels, and the top section here. So what do I think about this toy set? Let's talk about 3 pros and 1 would be better. 1. I like the neon green on these 2 toys that is consistent with the other Constructicons from NewAge. 2. The faces, the helmets, the visors are painted very well, and that's a bonus. And 3. The transformation is rather easy and quite intuitive. So what about the one thing that would be better? Well, I wish some of the parts really pegged in more securely instead of relying on a friction joint. Although these toys are so super light that a friction joint will suffice, especially if you just leave it on the shelf. So my favorite modes out of this Constructicon set has to be the bath modes. I think the neon green and the purple accents really makes the set pop. The bath modes really reminds me of the cartoon more memorably, and I know that when we go down to the tune screen comp, it ain't as tune accurate as the magic squares. But this neon green really makes the bath modes the most attractive modes out of the 3 modes. The second best mode has to be the combiner mode. Yes, it does look a little bit on the slender side and maybe lacks a little bit of the heroic stance, but maybe that's where the magic squares Devastator will trump. The worst of the 3 modes has to be the alt modes, and that's because in the alt modes this toy set really does just look like a piece of very childish like toy. So for my recommendations, if you're already in on the NewAge scale, then these are good buys for the bath modes. For the combiner mode, well, we just gotta wait for the Magic Squares version to kind of come around, and then we shall see. So that is it for the review today. What are your thoughts? Please leave them in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share buttons, and also smash the sub and bell icons for more future vids. Again, this is Ben signing off, and I'll see you on the flip side.